mischaracterized.
37% of teenage girls between 13 and 15 were exposed to unwanted nudity in a week on Instagram. You knew about it. Who did you fire?
Senator, this is why we're building all.
Who did you fire?
Tools. Senator, I don't
take any significant
I don't think
action.
It's appropriate to talk about like individual
it's not appropriate.
HR decisions.
Do you know who's sitting behind you? You've got families from across the nation whose children are either severely harmed or gone, and you don't think it's appropriate to talk about steps that you took? The fact that you didn't fire a single person? Let me ask you this. Have you compensated any of the victims?
Imagine a world where the powerful impact of social media reverberates through the lives of unsuspecting individuals, leaving trails of pain, suffering, and unanswered questions. In today's eye-opening episode, we unravel the haunting aftermath of the digital age, where the shadows of responsibility loom large over those who've reaped immense fortunes. As we delve into the testimony that shook the very foundations of social media, we confront the billion-dollar question: who should be held accountable for the victims left in the wake of this technological juggernaut? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a journey of revelation, introspection, and a call for justice. This is the untold story of how social media victimizes teenagers and the urgent need for accountability. In this video first, we know about Lily's story and discuss how social media destroyed life of teenagers. And in the end, we will discuss some points which will help you to protect yourself from dark side of social media. As we witnessed in the recent Senate hearing, social media platforms have faced intense scrutiny for the impact they have on individuals and families. The senator's questions about accountability and compensation highlight the severity of the issue. However, beyond the blame game, it's essential for us to take proactive measures to safeguard our teenagers and families. Did you know that, on average, we touch our phones around 2,600 times a day? In the post-COVID era, the average screen time in the world has risen to a staggering 7 hours a day. That's 7 hours of scrolling through social media, watching videos, and engaging with online content. But what the consequences of this addiction? Very dangerous. Story of Lily. Once upon a time in the digital realm, lived a vibrant girl named Lily. Her life seemed perfect through the lens of social media, filled with curated smiles and pictures moments. However, the more likes she chased, the darker the shadows lurking behind her screen grew. One day, Lily encountered an online predator who disguised himself as a charming friend. As the virtual connection deepened, trust was betrayed. The predator manipulated Lily into sharing personal information and compromising photos. Innocence shattered, Lily became a victim of sexual assault as her private images circulated mercilessly. The vibrant girl transformed into a mere echo of her former self. The shadows of the screen haunted her every waking moment. Haunted by the cruel realities of online deception, Lily withdrew from the world, feeling trapped in a virtual nightmare. The story of Lily serves as a cautionary tale, a reminder that behind the pixels lies a world where shadows can turn into monsters. Let this story be a plea for awareness, empathy, and the urgent need for safeguarding the vulnerable in the vast landscapes of social media. As mentioned in a recent speech, social media addiction can be compared to addictions like cigarettes, alcohol, drugs, and gambling. The key player here is dopamine, a neurotransmitter linked to motivation and reward. The constant exposure to social media triggers a chronic dopamine deficit state, affecting our ability to experience pleasure and happiness. The science behind addiction. So why does social media addiction happen? And how does it affect our brains? Let's break it down. Dopamine, often thought to be a pleasure chemical, is actually connected to motivation and reward. When we anticipate a future reward, like getting likes on a post, our dopamine levels rise, creating a sense of excitement and happiness. But what happens when this cycle becomes chronic? Imagine waiting for your favorite chocolate. The first few times, the excitement is high, but with repeated exposure, the novelty wears off. This concept, known as the hedonic treadmill, explains why constant exposure to the same stimuli on social media leads to diminishing returns in happiness. The two culprits, ease of access and speedy rewards. Now, why do some addictions like social media become more prevalent than others? It boils down to two factors: ease of access and speedy rewards. Social media platforms are designed for easy access, and the instant rewards, like likes and comments, keep us hooked. But how can we break free from this cycle? Whether it's the infinite scrolling on Facebook or the autoplay feature on TikTok, these platforms are designed to keep us engaged effortlessly. To combat addiction, we need to reduce the ease of access and eliminate speedy rewards. Now, before moving forward, here are top 5 points which will help you to protect yourself from dark side of social media. Number 1. Know what you are uploading. Be mindful of the content you share online, including photos, personal information, and opinions. Also track which type of peoples are watching you. What is their intention? Avoid sharing sensitive information such as home address, phone numbers, or financial details. Regularly review your social media posts to ensure they align with your privacy preferences and values. Number 2. Model healthy online behavior. Demonstrate positive and responsible behavior online by treating others with respect and kindness. Avoid engaging in cyberbullying, spreading rumors, or participating in online harassment. Consider the potential impact of your online actions on others and promote a supportive online community. Number 3. Privacy settings. Familiarize yourself with the privacy settings of the social media platforms you use. Adjust settings to control who can view your profile, posts, and personal information. Regularly review and update privacy settings, especially after platform updates or changes in policies. Number 4. Establish time limits. Set reasonable time limits for your social media usage to avoid spending excessive time online. Allocate specific times for social media activities and prioritize other aspects of your life, such as work, studies, and offline relationships. Consider using tools or apps that help track and manage your screen time. Number 5. Parental controls. If you are a parent or guardian, utilize parental control features to monitor and manage your child's online activities. If you are an individual, explore and use available tools and software that allow you to control access, filter content, and monitor your own online behavior. Establish guidelines for yourself or your family regarding the responsible use of technology. By implementing these practices, individuals can create a safer and more positive online experience for themselves and others. Being conscious of what is shared, fostering a healthy online environment, managing privacy settings, setting time limits, and utilizing parental controls all contribute to a more secure and balanced use of social media.